Coast Life, if you've brushed up on your history or maybe marked your calendars, you'll know that next year it's America's 250th anniversary. Woo! But the town of Lewes is celebrating, and they're celebrating in a big way. We've got Mary Alice Kelly joining us today, committee chair with Lewes 250, and Mac, as I know you are referred to. You guys are busy folks already for the year of 2026.
We really are. We've done so much so far, and we have so much more to do. But we wanted to come here today and be able to share with you what our plans are and how people can be more aware of what we're doing throughout the year and really participate in a big way.
Because we really are rolling towards that new year. It's not that far away.
It's starting very soon. And actually, we sort of have kicked off in a small way. We had a press conference with the mayor of Lewes, Amy Marasco, first female mayor in the first town in the first state.
Yes.
We are a city of firsts there. And that was a press conference called Freedom of the Press, and she sort of elaborated a little bit on what our plans are for the year. But we started meeting last January with just an invitation to anyone who was interested in the Lewes 250 experience. We got a lot of nonprofits and businesses who showed up. We met at the library, and there were 40 people in the room with a million ideas, and decided that we needed somebody to kind of lead the charge. I was invited, thrown under the bus, if you will, and accepted the job. And we've been meeting. We met in small groups based on categories: travel and transportation, restaurants, history, museums, that kind of thing, to put together a program for people. Our intention was, after the Vision Committee met, we came up with a statement, and I'm going to read it if you don't mind.
Go ahead, read it right off there.
Lewes 250 seeks to celebrate and share the full legacy of the American Revolution and how it has continued to shape our community in the first town, in the first state. So we talked about, what does this mean for everybody? And we really wanted this to be much more than one day of picnics, parades, and fireworks. We wanted to represent the whole 250 years of Lewes and every person's story. Not everybody gained their independence on July 4th in 1776. So there are lots of stories, and we don't always know all of them. So we wanted to utilize this to have some speaker series at the library and elsewhere to inform people about sort of the process and where we've come from, what the progression has been, representing every person who has lived in and around Lewes or in the United States since our independence. So we thought it was really important that it not be exclusive in that way. And so we're trying to do things that are through all the decades that have transpired since 1776 and all of the history of Lewes.
Now, I know you guys have a whole bunch going on. You just laid it out. That's a lot of things.
There are a lot of things.
Are there any pieces that you're most excited about? Any parts, any upcoming things that kind of just really has you pumped up?
Well, there are a couple of things, actually, and probably more to come yet, but I can name 3 or 4 right off the top of my head. First, every New Year's Eve, the Overfalls has done an anchor drop. Well, this year they're doing 2.
Oh.
One is at 7 p.m. And it's a much more family-friendly, kid-friendly, and if you don't want to go out on amateur night after midnight, it's, you can be there early on, right? Come at 7 o'clock. We're going to have music and food trucks and activities for children, so that will be really fun. The next day, New Year's Day, at 10 a.m., the churches in town will be ringing their bells. And we are going to be selling bells along with other merchandise at the Rives Holt House. People can have bells. You can come out of your house with pots and pans. But at 10 a.m., we want everybody making noise and inviting the new year in a big celebratory way, and ending up at St. Peter's Episcopal Church for a handbell choir performance. May 30th, we're planning to have a big event it's a ticketed event, but at the American Legion Pavilion called Once in a Blue Moon, where our vision is recreating the Happy Day Club. The Happy Day Club is not very well known by everyone. The Happy Day Club was an African American club that existed, I think, from the 40s through the 70s, and people like Louis Armstrong performed there
gosh.
in Lewes. So
Wow.
our idea is to have it be, it is the month of a blue moon, have people wear blue. We're going to come and hear some blues and jazz and maybe some Motown too, lots of dancing and things. So we're really going to convert that pavilion into a space that maybe could resemble the Happy Day Club back in its day. So that just kind of brings us half year.
Yeah.
And we are not done. So
So if somebody wants to be following along with this, maybe they want to volunteer to help, maybe they
Thank
want to get
you.
involved, how do they do that?
well, it's really easy. All you have to do is log into Lewes, www.lewes250.com, and sign up for our monthly newsletter. There's a calendar of events that's already fairly robust that you can check into, planning your days and your weekends and what you want to be doing, which educational things do you want to do, which just fun events do you want to participate in, and then sending an email to info@lewes250.com, and I'll respond and let you know how you can help out.
Mary Alice Kelly, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for what you're doing in the Lewes community.
Thank you.
We'll give folks a minute to check out that website, get involved, mark their calendars for all of those amazing events that you just told us about. And I'm sure we'll be chatting with you again soon as we get closer to some of these.
I really hope so. That's great. Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right.
We've got more Coast Life coming your way, though. Charlie and I have a few awards to dole out when we get back.